Last year, we surveyed almost 1,200 wedding pros and photographers, and I found out that less than 78% of wedding pros and photographers make less than $100,000 in sales every single year. And I really want to change this for you guys. I want to help you earn more sales per year, but also bring home bigger paychecks. What we found out is that 41% actually take home $10,000 or less from their business every single year. And so in this episode, I want to break down what are the 3 things that you should be focusing your time on if you want to know how to build a 6-figure photography business. And this is without all the get rich quick marketing schemes or really hard funnels. These are just 3 simple areas to focus on, and then you'll be able to scale up to a 6-figure and beyond business. And I'm going to be throwing in there illustrations and real life client details to really give you this tangible picture of what this may look like through different photography businesses. So wedding photography, portrait photography, boudoir photography. We're going to be covering all of that inside this video. So go ahead, click like if you are ready to dive in and learn more about what these marketing aspects are that you should be focusing on. All right, the first one that we should really take time to focus on is going to be your signature service. And so this really means niching down who it is that you serve. And I'm going to show you those 3 examples that I was talking about. The reason why we want to niche down is for a lot of different reasons, but the most common one is going to be better and more clear marketing. Whenever you are niched into a specific service or type of photography, this makes marketing on social media, your email marketing, if you're doing paid ads, anything like that, it makes it a lot easier to talk about the experience that you provide for your clients, because you're not bopping around from newborn and then talking about families and then talking about wedding. Whenever you have just one clear, what I call signature service, this helps take your marketing to the next level and make it really clear on who this is for, which we'll get into in a little bit, and really talk about what this experience is like and paint that picture for them. And so I want to show you through 3 different clients. All right, the first one that I want to show you, her name is Ria. It's Boudoir by Ria. This is one of our past clients, and this is their website. So I want to show you, they have one signature service or signature experience, and it's boudoir photography. So if we go over to that experience page, you're going to see how they can really build out a sales page instead of just, if I go to a lot of photography websites, they say, these are the prices, this is what comes within the package, here's a couple of client reviews, and then book now. There's no long form sales page. And so what we can do whenever you niche down is we have serving all exceptional women in Atlanta, Georgia. There's a video here, a brand video that takes someone through what the experience exactly looks like. And then we're going into why boudoir photography. So why would somebody want to invest in this? Building out that picture for them, what the boudoir experience is like, and then also the process of what it looks like to work with her. And then we have the before and afters as well, in-depth client testimonials. So as you can see, this is just one clear picture of how whenever you have a signature experience clearly mapped out, you can make a long form sales page and really showcase what it's like to work with you whenever you're focusing and narrowing in on your services. The other one I want to show you is Carhartt Photography, another one of our past clients, and they focus on wedding videography and photography. And so once again, if we go over to their experience page, you're going to be able to see what makes us so special, why, what the experience is like, how we want you to feel. So this, once again, it's a really much more in-depth, long-form sales page to really speak to what that signature experience is and what it looks like to work with them. All right, that brings me to, I said that we were going to talk a little bit more about your ideal client. And so that is the second thing that you really need to get clear on, is going to be who your ideal client is. So now that you have this signature service, you're figuring out, you're niching down. Now you want to find out who your signature client is, so to speak. Who do you want to be serving? And so I'm going to introduce you to Felicia Reed. Now, she is a luxury portrait photographer, and she is somebody who is very clear on who her ideal client is. You can go to her website, to her social media, and know exactly who she works with. So she's a portrait photographer who works with women who are 40 and up. And so she's very clear on who her ideal client is, and you can see that throughout her website and social media. Another what that looks like for boudoir is going to be women who are really wanting to feel sexy again and find that inner goddess inside of them. And so if you read through the copy, this is another thing that helps you narrow down. If you know what your signature service is and you are very clear on who your, I'm going to call it your signature client is, it makes it a lot easier to either write your own copy or hire a copywriter to narrow down and really nail in on who that client is and speak directly to them. So we have knowing your signature service, knowing your ideal client, or what I'm going to refer to as your signature client. And then the last one is that you're going to have a really strong brand message. Now, you've probably heard of Seth Godin, and one of his quotes says, "Marketing is telling a story about your value that resonates enough with people that they want to give you money." And the third part is going to be having a strong brand message. What this brand message is going to help you do is convey that value to your signature client about your signature experience. So we have Boudoir by Rhea, and her brand message is empowering women about self-love and rediscovering that magic from within them. And this is very clear. I know that she runs ads to her content, and her ads are very successful because she has a signature service. She's selling one thing. She has a signature client who she's selling that one thing to. And then she has a very strong brand message to clearly define her value and make them want to give her money for it. The next one's going to be Carhartt Photography, and they're selling wedding services. They're selling wedding photography, but once again, they have one signature experience for that one type of client, and their brand message is that they are storytellers for people who want to tell their love story for generations to come. And so if you go once again to their website or even to their social media, it's going to be very clear on who they serve and why somebody should pay them for that value. And then lastly, to break this down and make it really clear, we have Felicia Reed, and hers is that one signature luxury photo shoot. It's going to be for that one single type of client, and her message is about them feeling confident again. You know, they're in their 40s and up. They're in the older women. They probably have devoted their life to their husband and their kids and just everybody else. And now it's time for them to really feel, like they're giving back to themselves, that self-love as well. And so if you are very clear on these three, and also I wanted to say I do have a link to a brand workshop. It's to help clearly define that brand message, because I think the brand message is going to be the hardest piece of the puzzle to narrow in on. And so I have a free workshop. I will link down to it in the description below. It's a brand workshop that helps you clearly define that brand message. So once you know what your signature service is and you understand who your ideal client is, this will help you narrow in on creating that brand message that's going to attract that type of ideal client. And so you'll find that down in the description below so you can get access to that free workshop. You can build a six-figure photography business if you really focus in on these three things. I know there's a lot of educators out there that talk about, Facebook ads or really difficult funnels or, all these get rich quick marketing schemes, and that's just not the case to build a six-figure photography business. You don't have to focus on all of that. You can just focus on these three aspects, and I know because I've seen it done time and time again from our clients. So if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Now that you know how to build that six-figure photography business by focusing on these three aspects, you may not be clear on who your ideal client is, or if you are, how to attract them. So be sure to stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on your screen. It's going to be about attracting your ideal client to you.